Can you imagine two strangers meeting and making a dangerous deal? A deal that could ruin a person's life. Today, we're talking about the famous 1951 thriller Strangers on a Train. The director of this masterpiece was Alfred Hitchcock, the same director whose films are filled with suspense, mystery, and the shadow of death in every frame. The story begins with Guy Haines, a young and promising tennis player. Guy's life would have been perfect if his wife, Miriam, wasn't so unfaithful and greedy. Miriam has an affair with another man. Guy wants to divorce her so he can marry his new girlfriend and Morton, the daughter of an American senator. Guy is traveling to Washington by train when he meets a strange man, Bruno Antony. Bruno is from a wealthy family but has a twisted mind. At first, he tries to befriend Guy. They talk about sports, films, and gradually personal lives. As soon as Bruno learns that Guy wants to get rid of his wife, he presents a chilling plan. Listen, Guy, what if I kill your wife and you kill my father? No witnesses, no clues, your job for mine, and the police will never catch us. Guy laughs it off, thinking it's a joke. But Bruno isn't joking. During their conversation, Guy accidentally leaves behind an engraved lighter. This small object will later become a crucial piece of evidence. Guy travels to Washington, while Bruno sets his sinister plan into motion. Miriam, meanwhile, is at an amusement park with her friends. Among the colorful lights and laughter, someone watches her every move, Bruno. In a secluded corner, Bruno strangles Miriam to death. The way this scene was filmed is so haunting that Hitchcock used a cracked lens to capture it so that the audience could only see the fear in Miriam's eyes. After the murder, Bruno goes to Guy and tells him that he's killed Miriam. Now it's Guy's turn. Guy is shocked, terrified, and refuses to comply. But Bruno begins blackmailing him. The police start suspecting Guy. They begin investigating Miriam's death, and the suspicion falls on him. The police assign an undercover officer to watch Guy. His life becomes increasingly tense. Bruno keeps stalking Guy, tries to befriend and even shows up at a party. There, he pretends to strangle a woman. But then, he spots Anne's younger sister Barbara, who looks just like Miriam. Bruno's mind flashes back to Miriam's murder, and he goes mad again, attempting to strangle her. People intervene and stop him. Now, Anne starts suspecting Guy. She forces him to confess, and he reveals the whole story. Just then, Bruno sends Guy a parcel, containing a gun, a key, and a map. The map shows the way to his father's room. Guy arrives at Bruno's house and goes to meet his father, but it's Bruno who's there. He threatens Guy, and Guy tells him he's crazy and needs help. Meanwhile, Anne meets Bruno's mother, who still believes her son is innocent. Anne tells her that her son is a killer, but she refuses to believe it. Bruno now plans to frame Guy by placing the lighter at Miriam's murder site. Guy, even during a tennis match, remains constantly worried that Bruno could strike at any moment. Through the tennis match, Guy manages to escape the police's surveillance. Meanwhile, Bruno reaches the amusement park. An elderly worker recognizes him and alerts the police, thinking he's identifying Guy. And then begins the most thrilling part of the film, the carnival ride. Bruno and Guy face off on the ride. The police shoot, but the ride operator is killed. The ride goes out of control and crashes to the ground. Bruno is badly injured. In his hand, he still holds the lighter. As he dies, Bruno drops the lighter. The police finally piece everything together. Guy is proven innocent. The final scene, another stranger tries to befriend Guy on the train. Guy and silently leave the train without saying a word. And that's the story of Strangers on a Train. Alfred Hitchcock's genius was entrapping ordinary people in bizarre situations where they weren't at fault, but the circumstances were created in such a way that they couldn't escape. His use of camera movement, sound play, and thriller elements are still considered classics in Hollywood. If you want to hear more stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Otherwise, who knows who will be sitting in the next train?